Today I'm going to show you how to sew some super cute wrap winter mittens for babies and toddlers. The link down below in the description box will bring you to the pattern pieces that you can print at home to sew these. You're going to need some Velcro, just a small piece. You can measure it to the piece on your pattern that you cut for the size of mittens that you are making. Also need some warm fabric like fleece, Sherpa, faux fur, anything like that. I'm using Sherpa fleece I got at Walmart for the inner mittens, and I'm using a cute cotton print for the outer mittens because we live in North Carolina and it's not really that cold. The next thing you're going to do is slice a hole in that Velcro rectangle so that you can cut out these squares. You can use your scissors. I'm using a box cutter, and then I'm going to cut these out. If you don't have Velcro on hand and you have a snap kit, you can also use snaps if you'd like. I like to use Velcro because you can adjust it to make it tighter or looser if you need to as your baby or toddler grows. Now we're ready to trace our pattern pieces onto the fabric. Lay your pattern piece on top of one piece of your fabric and trace around it. You're going to need to cut 4 of each pattern piece. The quickest way to do this is to get 4 stacks of fabric, 2 for your inner lining and 2 for your outer lining. Stack them together with the wrong or the right sides together so that you can cut them out all at once, and there'll be 2 mirrored pieces. You want them mirrored so that you have one for the left hand and one for the right. Here's my lining, and I'm going to place them together with the right sides together. And then I'm going to stack all 4 pieces of fabric on top of each other and cut them all out at once. This will give me the quickest way to cut all 4 pieces of this wrap pattern piece all at one time. Once you have it all cut out, go ahead and separate your pieces, and you'll see that you have one on the left and one on the right so that you have a left and right mitten piece. Now we're going to put those to the side and do our other wrap mitten pattern piece the same exact way by stacking your fabrics with the right or the wrong sides together so that you can cut those 2 mirrored pieces for the right and left hand. You're going to stack all 4 pieces of fabric and then cut them out as well. Now we're ready to start assembling our mittens. With the curved sides facing each other, you're going to put your fabric right sides together. About 1 centimeter or a finger's width from that curved side, go ahead and place a pin or a clip, and then place another pin or clip on the other side, and then you're going to sew along that curved side all the way across to the bottom. That's the only area that you're going to sew for now. Here's what it should look like. Now you're going to clip some notches up to your stitches, being sure not to clip through your stitches all the way around the curve, and cut the corner fabric off. This is to reduce the bulk when you flip it right side out like you're going to do now. Smoothen out your seams with your finger or a chopstick like I like to use. And then make sure it lays nice and flat and all of your edges are all lined up. The next thing we're going to do is apply the Velcro to the front of this mitten piece. If your pattern piece does not line up with your mitten, flip it over, place it on top of your fabric, put your cut Velcro piece, and that is the rough side, right where the Velcro hole is, and hold it in place until you can pin or clip it if you need to, and sew all the way around your Velcro. Here's what it should look like when you're all finished. And now we're ready to assemble our other side of our mitten, the wrap piece. Just like you did before, lay the right sides together, and about 1 centimeter from the curved side, you're going to place a pin or a clip, just like you did on the other piece. Now go ahead and place another pin or clip to hold it in place, and then you're going to sew all the way around that curved side, all the way across the bottom. Here's what it looks like once you have it sewn. And just like before, go ahead and clip some notches, some little slits around all of your curves. And then you're going to flip it right side out and smoothen out your seam so it lays flat. Now flip this piece to the back side, the inside of your mitten. We're going to put our pattern piece and line it up with your mitten, place the Velcro over the hole just like we did before, and then you're going to pin or clip that in place if you need to, and sew all the way around your Velcro to hold it in place. Here is my Velcro or your hook and loop already sewn down. And now we are ready to place both mitten pieces with the right sides together so that the curves are on the same side. You see the curves line up right here. Starting at your curved edge, and again, you can pin or clip this in place. Go ahead and sew from your curved edge all the way over to the other side to the bottom. Here's what it should look like. And again, I sewed all the way, and then I made a little curve with my machine to sew it outwards, just like here. Go ahead and make your notches if you can. If you're using double fleece on the inside and the outside, it'll be a lot easier than Sherpa. And then flip it right side out. Smoothen out all of your seams with your fingers, or like I am here, a chopstick. And then you're all finished sewing. The only thing you have to do now is repeat the process for your other mitten, and your other mitten will be mirrored to this one so that you have a right and left one. You can adjust the size if you're using Velcro just by pulling it tighter over that Velcro. These are very easy to slip on because of the way I designed the pattern for little baby and toddler fingers to go right through that inside instead of being shoved through the bottom where it's too tight and closed like most mittens are. I did adjust this design to make the top of it a little bit wider for those little baby fingers. Be sure to go to the link in the description box to get these printable pattern pieces. Like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can be notified anytime I have a new easy sewing tutorial.